Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about how to start building your list. So it might seem kind of overwhelming at first. So that's why I have these three phases to building and prioritizing your residency program list. So what I talked about a little earlier was start by region. Okay, so you start by region. So you're going to build a list for one region, then you're going to build a list for another region, then another region. And so you want to have 30 to 40 programs at the very beginning. So we're going to start with a big number and then kind of whittle it down if we can. So you choose up to three preferred regions. And what I'd said earlier is choose the three regions that you're going to apply to the most programs in. So start with that. Now you might have programs that are outside of those regions that you really want to apply to. And if those are, some of your top choices, then you probably would have to give them a signal. So if they're in your region, though, yes, signaling is important, and we'll talk about that later. But clumping these into one, these three different regions is where you kind of begin. So you could go Midwest, South, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, whatever it is that you choose. And it's important to have a reason as to why you're choosing that geographic location. So you may not have that answer totally formulated in your mind right now, but start thinking about it. Who do you know there? What experiences do you have there? What is it about that even that you've heard about or researched about that you're interested in? Maybe it is something that's close to the topography or the climate of your home. So you would like to live there or something like that. You have to sort of think in your mind, why is it that you would want to be in that region? I know it's probably because, well, it's just wherever I match, right? But it is important to have that in your mind, especially for interviews. But you're going to have to write some words about why it is that you have those preferred regions. And then you open up your Residency Explorer into the Explorer tab, and I have tutorials on this. And so to show you how to do this, but this is just really quick here. So you open up that Explorer tab and you filter for your specialty, and I think visa sponsorship and region. Okay, so let me stop sharing and I'll just show you really quickly how to get there. Uh, excuse me. Um, Residency Explorer. Wait, it logged me out. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's really cool because I can have my own account with Residency Explorer, even though I'm not a doctor, which is cool. But there's some things I can't do in there, but I can do the basics. Okay, so you go to the Explore tab. This is to make your first pass, your big list. So, if you need a J1 visa, location, you can do by state. I think you should do by region first. Okay, so we could say the Mid-Atlantic, and then let's see, did I already do the specialty? Yeah, so the specialty I have up here, internal medicine. If you didn't have, if you have a different specialty, you can just click here and put whatever it is there. So now you've got how many here? How many here? Oh, 104. Okay, you got 104. So that's just at the very beginning. So you're doing that. And then after that, um, let's see. Let's go to the next one. That's not it. I need to keep this one out. Okay, so we've done this now. specialty visa sponsorship region. And then you can save all the programs that meet your basic needs. Don't overthink it yet. Okay, it's just raw material. It's just getting it from from the big list, and we're going to start whittling it down now, trimming it down. And so then you can also use the Residency Explorer comparison tool to check for IMG friendliness, score compatibility, program type, year of graduation, and the size and the setting. So you can do that to whittle it down even more. Um, I don't know how to switch back and forth, so sorry. I'm just gonna have to do this slow. Okay, so the way you would do that now is to compare them. Um, let's see. So you click down here for compare. And well, I'm sorry, you have to go back to Explore and you've got to click which ones you want. So let's just say you just click these three and then you go to the compare. Okay, and then you can compare things like, well, the one that I like you to compare is this one, the very bottom, composition of applicants invited to interview by medical student type. So if I click that one, you can definitely check for IMG friendliness. So we've got these three, we've got several here. Um, so if we look here, um, all right, so applicants invited to interview by applicant type, non-US IMG. So you can see for this one, Abington Memorial Hospital is 47%, and you can go all the way down, and like this one is 6% at Broward Health Medical Center program. So you can see what it is. Now, yeah, I mean, you definitely you see this one and you're like 81%. That's great. I'm going to go for that one. But is that really what you want? I mean, you don't necessarily want to just go for the ones that are 100% IMG friendly, but it is a start. At least you know that they're going to kind of look at your in other words, you won't get filtered out right away. But let's just say this one, this Broward Health Medical Center program is your dream program, but they only invite about 6%. Well, go for it anyway. If that's the one you want, then go for it anyway. Put it on your list and signal them if you want to. I mean, if it says 0%, then probably you probably don't want to apply there. So I recently found out that there is a family medicine residency program really close to my home. And I started having this idea that I would, contact them and see if I could get something going for IMGs. But I noticed by doing the research of them that they have zero international graduates. So I just don't think it would be worth it at this time anyway, maybe in the future. So now you've kind of used that compare tool and you've sort of seen like if you are, if this is something that is going to be reasonable for you to apply to, and then you can transfer those promising programs to that organizer that I gave you. It's the Residency Program Discovery and Alignment tool. So you could start throwing them over there and working on them there, and I think that would really help you. And so, and then you can start thinking like what we had talked about earlier was the match. If you match the qualifications, or if you are kind of overqualified, you think it's like a super IMG friendly place, and it may be not one of your top five, but you're applying there anyway. And then reach means that this is one of your dream programs, and even if you don't qualify 100%, if you're close enough, maybe you can apply anyway. And so that is phase two. So then you could do this phase one, this part, you could do that and just for this one and this one probably within an hour, hour and a half. And then it takes a lot more time to do phase three that's an ongoing thing that you should just work on from now to, September. So figure out what it is. Are you a good fit? Is this like, so now you're trying to figure out which ones you're going to signal. Okay, so that's the main point here. What are the ones you're going to signal to? So you need to spend a lot of time thinking about what the programs, which ones you want to signal, talk to your family. Um, so you don't need to love every program you apply to, but the ones you prioritize should be the ones that you'll thrive at, that you can see yourself working there. You can see yourself working there. So this is what I'm recommending: 3 regions, around 100 programs, and then have your top 25 prioritized list for each of these regions. And then then don't worry about working on every single thing, all of these answers right now, but you still have to do some of this work in order to figure out who to signal. So that is my recommendation. I'm going to give you guys this worksheet along with this little video, and I hope that will help. Okay.